Hollywood's excuse for losing money is less plausible than talking emojis, a conservative works a poll to his advantage, and if a Dolphins player takes a knee during the national anthem, is that technically a first down? No! That's right, it's time for Cautiously Poptimistic, a pop culture news comedy show for the month beginning October 2017. I'm your host, Dave Colombo, and exactly 10 seconds from now, I'll be celebrating a full month without saying a stupid pun. Now let's make like Clint Eastwood and hang 'em high and get to the news! Damn it. Ted Cruz is being mocked after his Twitter feed accidentally linked to porn, which is an honest mistake. Who among us hasn't forgotten where we're typing and mistakenly Elizabeth Shue leaving Las Vegas pool scene? Netflix has pushed a cease and desist order against a bar that rips off Stranger Things. That's hardly fair, considering entering a fugue state, getting distracted by lights, and fighting demons rips off my experience at bars. Sean Spicer popped in at the Emmys to poke fun at his tenure as press secretary, hoping we'll collectively forget the 6 months that he ignored his conscience in a short sketch that had a few laughs, surprisingly good timing, and showed that he had a sense of humor about the whole thing that kinda made me respect him in a way, and yeah, what were we talking about? Hollywood is reacting to a weak summer box office by humbly pledging to win audiences back with thrilling news stories worthy of the golden age of Tinseltown. I'm sorry, that was a typo, by blaming the website Rotten Tomatoes, claiming that it's unfairly influencing audiences to stay away from poorly reviewed movies. One director called the aggregate review site the destruction of the business, which is like blaming the Weather Channel for hurricane season. And considering the director was Brett Ratner, that's like a hurricane blaming the Weather Channel for hurricane season. Hollywood just needs to learn the importance of quality. Guess which movie just came out that made tons of money because, I don't know, It was made well, even though it's a reboot/origin of an already beloved movie, even though it's based on dated source material in a typically marginalized genre. Proof if you do it right, people will love it. Exactly, Kong Skull Island. Celebrities have been reeling lately against claims of insensitivity. Hulk Hogan's tweet that people stranded without power during the hurricane are crybabies has caused some to ask him to pick his words more carefully, which is going to be hard for a guy who spent the last 30 years calling his biceps pythons, his calmest coworker mean, and everyone not related to him brother. A popular internet personality has asked for forgiveness after he used a racial slur while gaming over livestream, which anyone will tell you has no place in the world of online gaming, as it can muffle the homophobia and sexism. And finally, a member of the Chainsmokers had to apologize after making a joke about people eating dogs in China. But considering China comes up first when you Google where do they still eat dogs, saying it's in poor taste could mean something else. This is a new trend of technology facilitating outrage. Many of us aren't actually offended, but just want to jump on the bandwagon and hope that someone retweets us. Our current culture is being called overly sensitive by Jerry Seinfeld and Mel Brooks. That's like being told your music's too loud by Pete Townsend. Okay, I'm done lecturing, so as a nice palate cleanser, I'm just gonna come up with puns for dogs as food. Chihuahua? Shit soup? Don't look at me like that. Alaskan Malamutton? Huh? French fry bulldog? This is actually more fun to me than the show now. Boston Market Terrier? Burger King Charles! Burger King Charles, come on. Okay, I'm done. President Trump took some time out during a speech in Alabama to criticize the NFL players for kneeling during the national anthem.
We're proud of our country. We respect our flag.
Yeah, many of which hang in that place you called a dump, but carry on.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
Like Flea collaborating with Barry White, he is playing to the base.
Because that's a total disrespect of our heritage. That's a total disrespect of everything that we stand for.
Yeah, that guy who spent years falsely claiming the president's not a citizen is right. This is disrespectful.
And you know, when the NFL ratings are down massively,
people get desperate when their numbers are down. I'll keep that in mind.
Now, the number one reason happens to be that they like watching what's happening on, with yours truly.
Exactly. I can just turn on CNN and watch a Redskin deny coverage with a Hail Mary. You could not be making this easier.
Because, today if you hit too hard, right? They hit too hard. 15 yards, throw him out of the game. They're ruining the game.
Okay, so break ranks to express your First Amendment rights, you're fired. Break someone's femur, you're fine. Remember a few weeks ago when the president was careful not to criticize the right to protest? No one here is yelling that Jews won't replace them, although could we do that just for like one game? Who wouldn't watch that? Mr. President, this protest is no less dignified. You respected tiki torches, now how about Tiki Barber? You don't even have to guess who the good and bad guys are because it's written right there on their uniform. And best of all, no one is obsessing about a bygone era that's never coming back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to shine my framed picture of Larry Zonka from the '72 Dolphins' perfect season. That's it for this month. If you like the show, please pass it along. Like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at David Colombo, and I'll be performing stand-up comedy every Saturday at 6 at the Stand, followed by 8:30 at Climate Lounge, October 14th at 8 p.m. at Rockwell's, and a big show October 21st at 7 p.m. at the Asian Arts Initiative in Philadelphia for the 3rd annual Best Medicine Show and Fundraiser for Scleroderma Research. That's it, everybody. Have a good day, and until next time, let's stay constantly optimistic.